And Mary Beth came to me and she said, I don't have any pictures with you with my new hairdo. And I said, well, then let's remedy that. So we took it right inside the host lounge. That's inside the host lounge. Now, we have the 2 1/4 quart Braiser from Le Creuset, and nearly 2,000 of these have been ordered, including the exclusive color of mauve pink.
I know, love that.
Greg Shockley is here, a member of our Le Creuset team. Nice to have you back with us, sir. Mr. Shockley is not only a chef, but he's also a caterer. And it is lovely. You're making a beautiful pot roast, and you're putting in some of the vegetable to make it in there. Yeah, make
carrots, onions, celery, just nice aromatics. Speaking of aromatics, we're going to add a little bit of our herbs here, David.
All tied up in butcher's twine.
The great thing about this, too, look at this beautiful golden brown. We're developing that color and that flavor on the outside so that when we add our stock, it's all going to deglaze in the bottom of the pan here. So we're going to speed things up just a hair here, David. We'll add a little bit of our liquid. Now, all those brown bits that you see at the bottom of the pan, you want to make sure you're always saving those because that's the basis for your sauce. We're going to add a little bit of beef stock, a little bit of
tomato paste.
Let me reach in there.
Tomato paste will help thicken it.
Yep, it'll richen it and thicken the sauce as well. And then we're going to add, in this one, David, we're actually adding a little stout beer. And this is
lager.
A lager. And this is actually going to give like a nice caramely flavor. It's not going to taste like beer, and all the alcohol will cook off for you. And so notice, when I pull this back just a little bit, you can see it, this is going to remove all those little brown bits from the bottom. That's all the flavor that you want to keep. All you're going to do is simply put the lid, take it from there to there.
And it's a cook and look lid.
Cook and look lid so you can see right through, little vent spout right there. Then here's our finished product. And just take a look. In about 2 hours, at about 275 degrees, you get this literally this rich, decadent, amazing, pull apart chuck roast.
I might have to taste that and make sure it's safe.
I think you better.
To make sure it's, it's fall apart tender.
And the sauce is absolutely amazing as well. It's all nice and rich. It's wonderful. Let me grab my ladles.
The pot roast is completely safe. And that sauce is lovely.
And look at this. It is rich and aromatic.
And full of flavor.
But the great part
is Sunday dinner. This is Sunday dinner, Tuesday night dinner. I mean, come on. Now, we have just about every color in the rainbow, and we're super excited about this. Now, I want you to know that on one side, you're going to have a Le Creuset sticker. This sticker peels off. I saw them apply it at the factory in France. And a lot of people will put it in the oven with that sticker still on there.
I've been guilty of that.
And wonder why the sticker is burned on there. Well, it peels off. It peels off pretty easily. This is Marseille, named after the southern port city of France. This is cerise, which is the French word for cherry. This is oyster. Notice the ombre gets a little darker at the bottom and lighter as you work your way up. Then we have sea salt. We have flame, the first color ever at Le Creuset. And remember, they're celebrating their 100th year this year.
That's right.
And then this is the QVC exclusive color. This is mauve pink. But we only have 100 left. Now, ordinarily, this is $290. Our price is $164.98, and we have reduced shipping. And we, as mentioned, we have taken over 2,000 orders. Now, I had the great pleasure of visiting the factory in France. It was a dream come true for me. I might have gone to a croissant shop too. And
better had.
And this was, and the small village where Le Creuset is located is so small they don't even have any hotels there. Yep. For Grant.
You got to go outside of it.
We had to stay in St. Quentin, which was the next village over, and we stayed there. And then we saw pieces in their raw state, and we met with their chef Nate, one of your colleagues.
Right.
And we saw them apply the color. Now, a lot of people think they're spray painting color on these. They're spray painting colored glass on these.
It's actually melting into the pot.
It's and becoming one with the pot. And then, of course, there are so many human hands that touch every piece of Le Creuset. And then there is that famous shot of Chef Nate hugging the palette. And I pushed him out of the way, and I hugged it myself. This is lovely. Please don't miss out on this opportunity. Everybody's looking for a right-sized Braiser. This is 2 1/4 quarts. It's also going to have the glass lid. Now, you're making a corned beef hash.
I am making the most amazing corned beef hash you've ever had. This isn't just stuff from the can, I trust you. This is beautiful potatoes that have been perfectly cooked off. Corned beef that we cubed up, and then we're going to top it with the eggs. And all I'm going to do, David, is grab my lid. I'm going to pop it on here, and we're going to have poached eggs on top of there.
It's almost like shashuka.
Yeah.
In that you each egg turns into a serving, but in this case, you're going to have poached eggs on top of the hash. That's lovely.
Isn't it great? I know, we're going to pull the lid off of this in just a second and we'll move on. But David, you know, the whole cornerstone of this is the cast iron, right? It's the heat distribution and that retention that makes the difference between cast iron, Le Creuset, and all the other products out there. There's no hot spots on this. You're going to cook this on medium heat and allow it to come up, and it's going to heat the entire pan. So you'll get nice, gentle, even browning for this. No burning, no scorching, nothing that you get with normal.
What's the temperature safe in the oven?
450.
450. Does that include the lid?
Yes, it does. It's a tempered lid, so you're going to be able to go into the oven with
and stainless steel knob. Ooh, hot.
Yeah, and it looks great.
This is really perfect. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Full-size handles. On this pan.
Full-size handles, but also the capacity. Remember, 2 1/4 quarts, which is great. If you have a smaller household and you're making smaller meals, my wife and I are just generally cooking, you know, for one night. And this is perfect for us.
Yeah.
You can saute in this. The great thing about this too is that it's so versatile. You can shallow fry in this. You can actually cook your steaks in this and give it a nice caramelization.
Pork chops and peaches.
We
with
did.
The
I did this for
stock.
you. We knew you were going to love this. A little bit of stock. We have a little Moscato wine, which has a little sweetness too. And then all I'm going to do is hit it with some butter, and we're going to have a nice, beautiful beurre blanc sauce. So that's
Lovely.
it. Just spin this around.
Okay.
I kind of finish all of my stuff with butter because I think it just gives a little bit more richness.
I mean, come on.
It's just going to get incorporated. All you have to do is simply stir this in, and then you've got it really going on here. We can lay these out. But again, if you get this nice and brown, you can sear these off in the right pan. You start that sauce, all the fond is going to come off there. As soon as I added that wine, as soon as I added that stock, that's what professional chefs do. That's why all restaurant food usually tastes much better than it does at home, because they have the techniques down and they have the right cookware to use it with.
And look at the peaches and how they're beginning to caramelize.
I'm going to let that just melt down a little bit, and then we're going to glaze that over.
And then we're going to pour that over top of the pork.
Now, if you want to eat healthier and just different things, the lid has been a great, great tool for us, because I can go ahead and steam my beautiful salmon right on top of our asparagus. And now, David, timing is everything too if you're going to do things in one pan. So you want to make sure that things that have a shorter cook time you're going to put in last. So our salmon actually only cooks in about 6 or 7 minutes. Our asparagus is going to take 8 or 9 or so. So put the asparagus in first, put these on top, lidded it, and it literally poached these up. And it's going to be nice. And it's going to be.
Oh my! It's falling apart.
They're going to join these over here, but it's literally falling apart.
If we can get it over there in one piece.
But you know, it's delicate and it's wonderful and it's juicy
moist.
and it's not dry. That's what you're going for with salmon.
Now, while you tend to the food, chef, I'm going to talk about colors and remind everybody that we have this in a rainbow of colors, but some are getting very limited. Now, we have Marseille, named after the southern port city of France. 500 remain. This is cerise, the French word for cherry. That's what I collect. We also have this in oyster. If you have stainless steel appliances, really great with that. This is sea salt. Fewer than 500 remain in the sea salt. This is flame, the first color ever at Le Creuset, and fewer than 200 remain. And then finally mauve pink, exclusive to QVC, and fewer than 100 to go around. 2,100 have been ordered since we kicked this off on Sunday, and it is beautiful because it's just the right size.
It really is. And look at it over here. We have a gratin potato that we did in there, which is absolutely amazing. Now remember, we're talking potatoes, cheese, egg, all those sticky things that you're going to normally have. But on this, you'll see it releases right from the side there. Our sand enamel interior really prevents sticking. So you want to have that in there. Cleanup is going to be a snap. All you're going to need, maybe a little bit of scrub daddy, some salt or some soap.
I sometimes use bio-cleaner on my Le Creuset because particularly if I braised in there, I get that braise ring, right? I get that burn ring inside the vessel. This is a very simple to take care of it. Now look at these poached eggs.
Look at that.
Perfect.
Let me turn this off right here. And all we're going to do, beautifully poached eggs, our corned beef, our potatoes.
Our pot roast.
In one pan. The potatoes are nice and crispy. And that's the great part about starting with the potatoes down at the bottom too. The corned beef is obviously already cooked, so all we're doing is cubing it up and kind of cooking it up. We're going to put a couple eggs on here.
I love that you put a little bit of the broken yolk on there.
There we go. Now what I'm going to do, that one stayed intact, and then I'm going to go pop it right on.
And pop it. Hey, this is very popular. We are very busy. Now remember, our big deal price will expire on this Sunday's cook event. At the end of the day, Sunday. So it's important for you to know this is $290 at retail. We're at $164.98 with reduced ship.
All right, love it.
And this is the perfect size. It's 2 1/4 quarts. Now, if you're looking to retrieve this from the oven and you don't have oven mitts, sure you do. Here they are. These are the